heard that every once in a while, someone finds valuable treasure among it.
They say a mountain bandit's been snooping around.
Things are better since Lord Liu Bei came here, but who knows how long it'll last.
Quite the selection, wouldn't you say, my lady? We only sell quality goods. How about something to take home?
My, these are really lovely. But I don't have any money on me, since I've been separated from my maid. Excuse me, might you be willing to pay for this for me? Well, I have a feeling you'll be sympathetic to my circumstances if I explain myself to you.
My lady, this area isn't exactly dangerous, but I don't advise walking alone. It'd be best to rely on him for help. He's a renowned warrior in these parts.
Oh, is that right? Then it seems my impression was not mistaken. Would you be so kind as to escort me then? I promise to give you a reward once I'm home safely. Well, I do hope to find her. But if... Now, let's set off. I'm truly grateful for you today. That was my first time fully exploring the town. Oh, very much so. It truly feels like a stroke of luck to have met you. I am so very glad that I snuck out of our residence. Yes, it's as you suspect. I lied about being separated from my maid. I am from a widely respected family that has held high office in the county for generations. I was raised to be elegant and cultured, that I may be worthy of marrying a man from the prestigious Yuan family. I am much like a bird trapped in a cage. I have been given wings that are beautifully adorned, but they are not for me to take flight into the world with. The land is vast, with so much to see and so much to adore. And yet, when I marry into the Yuan family, I will be in another cage, only more lavish than the one I am in now. That is why I wanted to fly with my own wings before that happens. I suppose I ended up deceiving you. For that, I am sorry. I am grateful for your kindness. Today was special, as I could experience what lies beyond our residence. There were so many new things I was able to do with you. I will treasure them for the rest of my life.
I hope things will become a little bit better for everyone now.
In spite of his looks, Lord Zhang Fei is actually really easy to get along with.
Things are going well enough around here. It helps to have support from the powerful House of Yuan. There's not a soul alive that hasn't heard of the rapid advance of Cao Cao's forces. I admire them.
Lord Cao Cao.
I heard there's another big conflict over who will succeed Dong Zhuo.
We're members of the Sun clan, too. Let's make everyone...
question for you. What is the
Stop stealing already.
I'm such a fan of everyone in the Sun clan. I think I should study Sun Tzu's Art of War. Hey, thanks for coming. It's been a while, hasn't it? Here, this seat's for you. We don't meet all that much, considering we're both out there handling odd jobs. My crew won't shut up about you. Always asking when they can see you and talk to you. Rumors of your daring deeds come in like the rising tide. Your reputation continues to precede you. Yeah, I do what I want when I want. Same with the boys here. Still, these days, lords rise up and then fade away just as quickly. All of them are desperate to ensure they're surrounded with the best of the best. The guys I know have started settling down in places befitting their talents. Wandering about, moving from job to job. It seems like it's gotten much harder to live that way in this day and age. So, how about you? I bet you've had a couple invitations come your way. Is that right? So you've started charting your own course then? I didn't want to talk about this. But if not now, then when, right? I got an invitation from Jing province, see? I ain't sure if I should accept it or not. I don't even know the caliber of the guy who sent the invitation, but life would be a hell of a lot easier than it is now, that's for sure. To be honest, I don't give a damn about myself, but my crew. If I leave them high and dry, they're done for. I'm living for more than myself, you see? You're right. I'll think long and hard about what seems best. I really appreciate you coming around to see me like this. That's why, well, it'd be nice to spend more time like this, if possible. I'll send my boys on home at some point. Then maybe we can enjoy some quiet time, just you and me. Hey.
A question for you. What is the Imperial Sea? That Cao fellow's been making a name for himself thanks to...
Well, hello there. It's been a while. You're friendlier than you look. A bit like me. I think we might get along. I'm not here for any particular reason. I just happened to hear a rumor about you. So I figured I'd come say hello while I'm taking a break. You know, all the things I have to do. I currently serve Lord Li Jue. He's one of the generals who succeeded Dong Zhuo and took control of the capital. After Louis Bu murdered Dong Zhuo, it was Wan Yun who took control of the imperial court. But then the remnants of Dong Zhuo's army, including Lord Li Jue, defeated Wan Yun and ousted Louis Bu, which is how we've come to where we are now. You were one of his house guests, right? Friends with his daughter? Anyway, I was doing decently well under our new leader, Lord Li Jue. But now, well, things have gotten a bit tense. Ambitious people like them always assume everybody else thinks the same way they do. So in their minds, anyone not demanding promotion for their achievements, like me, is suspect. So the more work I do, the less I'm trusted. Still, writing that out is also part of being a tactician. Making me spill my story like that. You've got a knack for making people talk. Glad to hear it. I wouldn't mind doing this every once in a while, if you're interested. Or maybe you're not, but I hope you'll say yes. In any case, it's fun speaking with you. Well, I'd better leave. Let's talk more in depth next time, huh? If we're both still alive, that is.
I heard there's another big
I
conflict.
heard that every once in a while, someone finds valuable.
Stop right there. We don't let just anyone through to see Lord Cao Cao, you know? Hey, I remember you from Luoyang. Well, it sure has been a while. Hey, sorry about that. I just never expected to see you here of all places. I guess I was still under Lord Xiang Mao's command the last I saw you. It feels like such a long time ago.
Dian Wei, let him through already. He's Cao Cao's guest.
Oh, is that right? Well, if our lord called for you, then I ought not get in your way. Now, come on in.
It's been a while. Thank you for heeding my request. Let me get right to the matter at hand. I'd like your help in fighting the Yellow Turbans once more.
You seem quite confident, but beware. This opponent won't be so easily dealt with. They have survived this long without their leader through constant pillaging.
They have a huge number of men in Qing province, and are now poised to launch a raid on Yin. As governor, my job is to eliminate any and all threats to this land.
As it happens, our lord was appointed to the post because the former governor, Liu Dai, was murdered by these Yellow Turbans from Qing. It has benefited us to have this territory as a base, but we cannot govern properly while such a threat lingers.
Right. And if those rebels were to launch a full-on invasion, the whole province would be devastated. We have heard reports that they don't even bring their own supplies. They rely almost entirely on looting.
So, they abandoned their fields because of war and poverty, and became marauders themselves. Perhaps their situation is an embodiment of the chaos of these times.
Do not think of them as mere rabble. They're an enemy willing to do anything. Treat them as such. They're unlike the Yellow Turbans we fought before. So keep your guard up.
Huh?
Lord Cao Cao is the only one we can trust to let us live our lives in...
Shall we begin?
Mm-hmm.
Nevertheless,
Okay.
now let's put this into act.
My might shall illuminate the path to victory.
Now go. The Yellow Turbans are an elite force born of chaos, tempered by battle. Do not underestimate them, remnants though they may be.
There's a new governor of the Yen province. Huh. We'll deal with him as we did with his predecessor. Stand shoulder to shoulder. Overwhelm the foe with numbers. United we shall prevail.
I can't believe this.
Go!
The enemy officer.
Battles are not decided by numbers alone.
Time to act.
Our wisdom and courage make each of us worth 10 of theirs.
Heavens, give us strength. Send us
The enemy
warriors
officer
who know not
has
death.
been defeated.
Now this is a predicament. Soldiers immune to spear and blade.
Let's go.
I can see it all.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
An opening! Let's go.
It is quite the honor to have you at my side. Now, shall we go?
Appears that resistance is futile.
Aren't you supposed to be on our side? Why are you picking a fight with us?
Well, I think they're talking to
The
you.
enemy officer has been defeated.
They broke the spell that Zhao gave us.
An opening.
But how?
An opening!
We may not be able to make it through this.
Whether you rely on numbers or magic, you are no match for us.
Let's go.
Surrender quietly.
If an ally of Zhao is here, then perhaps we can trust them.
We'll have more options if we control the high ground. We can drop rocks on them, for example.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Resistance is futile.
Things are looking rough. I won't be able to take care of this all on my own.
A worthy foe indeed. Now the real battle begins.
Are you ready, men? Then start the bombardment!
All right. Time to attack. Rocks! They're throwing rocks at us!
It's over!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's go.
Just the right time. Quickly, lend us a hand.
Here, the rocks are coming from over there.
I've been
Come,
waiting.
men! We'll put a stop to this.
You see it all.
Let's march!
Hey, over here! I knew you were coming, but I didn't think it would take that long.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Where did I go wrong? Things don't look too good.
So you've come. Sorry, but your help is needed here.
Take this. Rock, you got this. Do not hold back. Time to act. Time to attack. With all my might. Prepare for pain.
How could I?
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Finished. I must retreat and rethink my plans.
Let's give it to them.
That's another enemy pounded into submission. This is the perfect vantage point. Now, let your arrows rain down upon their heads. Arrows! The sky is black with them!
Can't believe this.
Go!
The enemy officer
Seize the
has
strategic
been
points
defeated.
and now control the terrain. Do not falter. Hit them with all your might.
Let's give it to them.
We fight to survive! We steal to survive!
An opening.
Not simply lay down and die! Let's march!
Let's go! Follow me, everyone! Fence now!
Now's the time.
We're at their mercy here. Come, men! We'll take back that position!
We march at once! Descends here!
This appears to be as far as we go.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
An opening.
Shall we provide backup? Onward! To join our allies! Begin the advance!
Charge! Fight! not win here, there will be no tomorrow! Start the advance!
Together, we advance. Now, follow your leader. Begin the advance.
Now! I'm making my way up! Descends here! Is that it? Time to go on the offensive. Get ready, everyone!
They're ferociously strong, and they fight without a modicum of fear.
Got you! Time to attack! Handle. Time to act. It's no use. Time to attack. Amazing! You are a swift and deadly warrior.
You see it all. You are a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
We deprive others so that we may eat. We fight so that we do not starve.
Can't believe this.
The enemy
It's as
officer
if they've forgotten how
has
to
been
live,
defeated.
except through plunder. The righteous
enemy
just don't know
officer
any better.
Has been defeated.
Take this. Keep ready. An opening. Don't give up. We can still fight. Stand together, men, and we can prevail.
The enemy officer
Still have fight
has
left
been
in them.
defeated.
We can't let them regroup.
An opening.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I can more than hold my own on the battlefield. Let's go. Prepare to attack. We'll wipe out the lot of them.
They fight with such ferocity. It's not just their numbers that make them strong.
You see it all.
That's another enemy pounded into submission. We can still go on. Let us fight for you.
I've been waiting for this.
Is all we have left. No future. Fight to survive each day.
It seems we charged in the wrong direction. Stopping here would only aid the enemy further.
You'll keep me amused, I hope. Let's get serious. Draws here.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Keep pressuring them. We fight until our last breath. Come, let us rejoin our brethren.
Most armies crumble once their leader is slain. But a leaderless army can prove surprisingly resilient.
I've been waiting for
Crush this enemy officer beneath me. Pitiful situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Attack, counting on you.
might. Is that it?
This territory, the enemy officer, has been defeated. Let's go.
Is that it?
Let's go. Come now, brethren! We stand together! Again!
What? Perfect timing! We should attack now! Time to attack!
Time to act!
How's this? Time to attack! All my might!
Time to act! Got this! Let's end this.
Pitiful situation.
The enemy officer.
We're tired of this.
Defeated.
Fighting. Of life itself.
I've been waiting for
Warriors, aren't you? Come, put us out of our misery.
Take this!
And surrender. You will not be treated unjustly.
No, if you put it like that.
Now! Time to act.
If we don't fight,
Everyone will starve. Our children,
Time to attack.
parents, everyone. That is why we fight and plunder. So we can live.
Now!
It is a terrible thing. A man is forced to live like a beast rather than a man.
Ooh, you are a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
Take this! Now! Let's go! Take this! Now! An opening! An opening!
officer has been defeated.
Take that! Take that!
I've been waiting for this.
Nice try! We end this here!
Nice. Can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Now,
Is that it? Is that it?
the enemy officer has been defeated.
Time to attack. Time to act. With all my might. Take this! On the tables. We give our all. Is that it?
Let's go.
Even if we fall, our children and brethren will take up our weapons. It will not end as long as chaos grips the world.
What will you do with us, Cao Cao?
Do not be hasty for answers. Before I decide your fate, I ask you this. Why, and for what cause, did you take up arms?
Isn't that obvious? To survive. Not a single man is here simply for the love of the fight. But fighting and stealing in order to survive, that is all we have left.
How selfish. Do you not think of those you steal from?
What are you saying? Don't tell me you've forgotten. It was you government officials who stole from us in the first place.
In times of strife like these, one cannot survive without taking from others. I suppose you have realized that as well. I have one more question for you, Yellow Turbans. Do you want to live?
What if we do? Are you planning to pardon us?
No. But we shan't kill you either. We have use for you in the new society we are trying to build.
A new society?
One in which we create Protect and share, rather than live in this endless cycle of stealing. If you would like to see such a society, then join us. We will give you all something to live for. You have my word, as the one who defeated your leader, Zhang Jiao.
This is Puyang.
It's a well-maintained town. It's hard to believe 1 million people have just arrived. They have taken in the Yellow Turbans and reshaped them into the Qing militia. They remain a fighting force. But in peacetime, they mostly train and help in the fields. It's simple in theory, but they are dealing with huge numbers of people. In practice, it must take a lot of work.
Repairing buildings, distributing land ownership, enforcing the law. To develop so much in such a short time.
Yes, it is quite astonishing. The fact that he managed to bring those wild bandits under his control, instead of executing them, it gives me hope that we will succeed in restoring order to this era of incessant chaos.
Yes, there are none who deserve our support more than Lord Cao Cao. The evil of Dongzhou had to be eliminated. But there was nothing I could do alone. Of course, I also spoke with Lord Yun, but I lacked allies, and could not spur him into action.
Interesting. How talkative he is all of a sudden.
I think perhaps Lord Shunyo has had too much to drink.
Ah, so that's what's loosened his lips. But perhaps it's not such a bad thing. This is a chance for those serving Lord Cao Cao to get to know each other. Besides, it can be fun to watch such a taciturn man loosen up for once.
Only you could look so kindly on a drunken Lord Shunyo.
And that was when, despite all my efforts, we were captured by Dongzhou's troops. I have never felt such shame. For a moment there, I was ready to die. Luckily, a house guest of Yun's came to my rescue. In fact, this man here looks just like... Huh. At once I feel sober. I never thought I would meet my savior like this.
Does this mean that you were the one who saved Lord Shunyo in Luoyang? Well, what an honor it is to meet you. I am Shunyu, a relative of Lord Shunyo. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I am Guojia. I only just met these two at the governor's castle. If you're here in Puyang, does that mean you've entered Lord Cao Cao's service? Oh, my apologies. I assumed that you were like us.
We are all drawn to Puyang because of Lord Cao Cao's reputation.
I hope we get the chance to fight side by side.
Do not take training lightly. It's idiots like you that end up dragging down their units, and by extension, the entire army. Do you think you can get through this with that lackadaisical attitude? Let me tell you, I'll have you court-martialed unless you shape up.
What? Surely that's going too far. I was only taking a moment's rest. Please, could you make Lord Eugene see sense? If we keep training this hard, it wouldn't surprise me if someone died.
You are the one that Lord Cao Cao summoned, aren't you? Well, if you have something to say, then say it. I'll be the judge of that. Unless these men are willing to go to their limits, they won't be fit to serve as our allies. Lord Cao Cao has entrusted me with taking these men from Qin and turning them into proper soldiers. They have been in many battles, and yet have never had any real training. They have no understanding of strategy, procedure, or the underlying principles of war. That can only end in disaster. I suggest you also take care to train with sufficient diligence. That is, unless you wish to die a nobody.
Good to see you, Zitluan. I just made it back from a journey myself. Yes, you could say that. The world truly is a dangerous place these days. There is no end to the wounded. I'll take the work, but I can't say I like to see people hurt. You know things are good if the doctors have time to grow bored. The Yellow Turban Rebellion was the needle that popped the boil. All of that pus is just oozing out across the land. Zhang Zhao wanted to change the world, and he may have succeeded in a way. Well then, let's get back to work now, shall we? What else are we going to do? Today, we're going to dig deep into your past, Zuluan. The place where I first met you, Zuluan. I think we may be able to find some clues there.
Nothing's changed. The state of the realm is as worrying as ever.
Well,